Good morning, YouTube. In this video, I'm going to cover the 5 most important apps that I think you should install immediately as soon as you get your Samsung Galaxy S3. Many of the other videos I have made so far are for the more advanced user. This video is a little bit different. This is for a complete introductory video for the new Android user. The Galaxy S3 is an incredible piece of technology. It's currently the highest spec, most sophisticated smartphone you can buy. Incredible screen, amazing processor, it comes with a great camera, and it ships with Android, ice cream sandwich, from Google. But then Samsung adds their own layer on top of Google's. They add that's called TouchWiz. They add their own launcher, their own visuals and icons, their own camera, their own widgets, and so on. They add a lot of useful features, like a lot of the motion features, a lot of the gestures and shortcuts. But in my opinion, some of the changes they made are not as good as what you get with the stock Google experience like you would see on a Nexus phone. So in my opinion, the first 5 apps that you immediately need to install are: we need to change the launcher, the keyboard, the browser, the photo gallery, and the battery monitor. So for the launch, you have various options for each of these. For the launcher, my personal favorite is Apex Launcher. For the keyboard, again, there's many different choices you have. My personal favorite at the moment is the Jelly Bean keyboard. For the browser, my favorite is Google Chrome, of course. For the gallery, I am really fond of QuickPic, and I really like using this app called the battery status bar. So let's get started. I'm gonna show you some of the key benefits of each of these applications. So let's talk about some of the features of the TouchWiz launcher. The home screens have 4 rows of applications, or 4 rows of icons. But here you have a nice 4.8-inch screen, 1280 by 720 resolution, and I think 4 rows of icons just doesn't do it justice. On top of that, the dock here is not as customizable as you'll see with Apex Launcher. So let's go into Apex Launcher. So here are some of the things I like about Apex Launcher. You can configure the number of rows of icons. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows configured here. You can configure more. You can also set the number of columns. So if you wanted to, you could have your icons really close together and have that much more usable space per home screen. I also like that you can remove the text descriptions under the icons if you want, for a cleaner look. Another feature I really like about the Apex Launcher is the dock. You can customize, again, how many icons you have here, but you can also have these shortcuts where you slide over. So let's say you wanted to add some more dock shortcuts, you could do that. So you wanted to add some photo and camera related shortcuts on that side. Maybe you wanted to add your maps and location shortcuts on this side. It's very easy to configure it that way. You could add music on one side, or your social networking on one side, I love the sliding dock feature. That's not available with the standard launcher. Okay, let's set Apex as my default launcher now. So there's TouchWiz, which is the standard launcher. I'm going to set Apex as my default launcher. So another thing I like about Apex are some of the shortcuts you can configure. For example, if you find it difficult when you're holding the phone to reach all the way to the top of the screen to pull the shade down, you can configure it so that pressing home brings the shade down. I have it set up so that if I'm on one of the side screens, pressing that button brings me back to home, and then pressing it again brings the shade down. I really like that feature. I also like that you can configure shortcuts based on double taps, which in my case I have it set to open the camera. There's a lot of customizations you can do with the home screen, the drawer, the dock. I also like that you can back up and restore your settings. I like also that the launcher is a lot faster, especially if you go and select keep in memory from the advanced settings. You'll find that it's quick to draw the home screen compared to the stock launcher. The one downside to Apex Launcher is if your phone is not rooted and you go into the dock and and you're in the widgets tab, if you want to add a widget directly from here to one of your home screens, you can't do that if your phone has not been rooted. That's to me a minor thing because you can still add widgets. You just add widgets the older way directly from the home screen. I'm a big fan of the Jelly Bean keyboard, mainly because I find it to be more responsive and the word prediction is far more advanced. The word prediction works much better. It also again has a lot of customizations, and I find that the auto correction also works quite well. As far as keyboards go, there are several other very good keyboard options available for Android. Swift Key and Swipe are two other popular keyboards that I would suggest that you give a try to. Many Samsung Galaxy owners switch keyboards once they've tried some of the other keyboards out there. Jelly Bean just happens to be my favorite. As far as browsers go, the stock browser that comes with the phone, while works fine, I think there are again much better browser options available for Android. There's Firefox, Opera, Dolphin, and of course Chrome by Google. My personal recommendation is Chrome. I really like the Chrome browser. I like how fast it is. And my favorite feature of Chrome is how well it syncs with your other devices. So you can at any given time go into the menu and see what tabs you have open in any of your other devices where you are signed into the Chrome browser. So it's really convenient when you're on your desktop on a certain website and then you leave and get on your phone. You can pull up that page immediately. I also like that your bookmarks sync very nicely. If you add a bookmark from the phone, it's immediately available from your desktop or laptop and vice versa. So for me, Chrome is definitely the browser I use as a default, and I would highly recommend you give that a try. Okay, let's talk about the photo browser. So the gallery browser that comes with the phone, some of the things I'm not fond of with it is It pulls in my Picasso photos, and it also shows shared folders on my network. If I go into the settings and have it set to only show content and devices, that resets. Like right now it shows fewer folders. I can't configure what folders I see, and I find after I restart, it immediately goes back. Well, not even restart. I open it again, and it immediately goes back to showing much more than I want to see. My browser of choice is QuickPic. It's super fast, very easy to use, and very configurable. Again, you can choose exactly what folders you want to see. You can choose, you can hide certain folders from showing, and it's and overall, I find it works really, really well. The last application I want to talk about is battery status bar. That's what you see here in my notification shade. This is an application that can display your percentage battery left, which Samsung can do too. You can configure the battery display on the right to show the percentage. But why I like a battery status bar is because you can also configure it to show a few other pieces of information like the temperature. And what I really like to see is when I plugged in the phone last, just so I have an idea of how much battery I'm using. With Android, especially if you have many widgets configured on your home screen, and if you have many apps, sometimes you can start getting excessive battery drain, and I find this helps me keep on top of that. So that's my video covering the top 5 applications that I think any new user should immediately install on their new Samsung Galaxy S3. Although I used the Galaxy S3 for this video, I would recommend these apps for any Android phone that you're using. Okay, thank you for watching.